Hi, this is David Norris. I'm a leadership coach, speaker, trainer, and want to talk to you today about gratitude. In particular, the gratitude as written in chapter 7 of Wallace Wattles' great book, The Science of Getting Rich. Science of Getting Rich was published in 1910, so well over 100 years ago. And Wallace's goal was to think and act creatively to add value to others. His mission was to bring the world a simple method to achieve abundance, and this book actually represents a culmination of his work. Now, this is particular chapter is on gratitude, chapter 7, and he writes, the whole process of mental adjustment and atonement can be summed up in one word: gratitude. Many people who order their lives rightly in all other ways are kept in poverty by their lack of gratitude. Having received one gift from God, they cut the wires which connect them with Him by failing to make acknowledgement. The grateful mind is constantly fixed upon the best, therefore it tends to become the best. It takes the form or character of the best and will receive the best. Now, gratitude frequency is harmonious with the frequency of abundance. And the gap of who we are in essence and who we are in our expressed experience has to do with our thinking and our beliefs. Wattles continues, if it is a new thought to you that gratitude brings your whole mind closer, if it is a new thought to you that gratitude brings your whole mind into closer harmony with the creative energies of the universe, consider it well, and you will see that it is true. The good things you already have come to you along the line of obedience to certain laws. Gratitude will lead your mind out along the ways by which things come and will keep you in close harmony with creative thought and prevent you from falling into competitive thought. So with gratitude, we actually become beacons for abundance. Waddles states then, he says, draw nigh unto God and He will draw nigh unto you. This is a statement of psychological truth. We become beacons to everything that is harmonious with the wavelength or thought frequency we're tuned to. It's just like your television is tuned to the frequency of your remote control. So your life becomes tuned to the frequency that you're holding, just like on the remote control. The frequency to your television, you change the channel to CNN, constantly negative news, or with a push of a few buttons, you're over to Discovery Channel. So your life just tunes to the frequency you are holding. Wallace goes on to write, the moment you permit your mind to dwell with dissatisfaction upon things as they are, you begin to lose ground. You fix attention upon the common, the ordinary, the poor, and the squalid and mean, and your mind takes the form of these things. Then you will transmit these forms or mental images to the formless, and the common, the poor, the squalid, and mean will come to you. To permit your mind to dwell upon the inferior is to become inferior and to surround yourself with inferior things. On the other hand, to fix your attention on the best is to surround yourself with the best and to become the best. The creative power within us makes us into the image of that to which we give our attention. Now, there are actually two types of gratitude. Gratitude for something, that's where we say, thank you for, I'm so grateful to have this or to have that or to be someplace. And then there is gratitude in something. And the practice of gratitude is actually gratitude in something. And that when I say in something, I'm talking all things, regardless of circumstances, regardless of conditions, regardless of situation, whatever experience you're having, bless it and be grateful for it. And yes, this does require a deeper and stronger spiritual skills. We've looked at several things in past videos where I've talked about Admiral Jim Stockdale in the prisoner of war during the Vietnam War for 7.5 years. We talked about Nelson Mandela, who was in prison for 25 plus years and then became the president of his country. We talked about Viktor Frankl, who spent the vast majority of World War II. And all of these people talk about being grateful in something. It was also grateful in is exemplified by the Apostle Paul, who was imprisoned for teaching the gospel or the good news of Jesus. He was tortured and thrown into a Roman prison. And from that prison, which was a dark, dank, horrible, nasty, disease-infested place, he said, I have learned this one thing at least, that in whatever condition I find myself, therein to be grateful. Now, he didn't say therefore to be grateful. It was very, very carefully constructed. He said therein because of what that does for him. When we let ourselves feel grateful in all things, and we create a generative gratitude, a positive life stance, it changes us. It changes our awareness, and it changes our perspective, and it changes our experience. Wallace goes on, and this is at the very last of the book, the last several paragraphs of the book, of the chapter. And because all things have contributed to your advancement, you should include all things in your gratitude. Do not waste time thinking or talking about the shortcomings or wrong actions of plutocrats or trust magnates. Their organization of the world has made your opportunity. All you really get comes to you because of them. Do not rage against corrupt politicians. If it were not for politicians, we should fall into anarchy and your opportunity would be greatly lessened. God has worked a long time and very patiently to bring us up to where we are in industry and government, and He is going right on with His work. There is not the least doubt that He will do away with plutocrats, trust magnates, captains of industry, and politicians as soon as they can be spared. But in the meantime, behold, they are all very good. Remember that they are all helping to arrange the lines of transmission along which your riches will come to you, and be grateful to them all. This will bring you into harmonious relations with the good in everything, and the good in everything will move towards you. In our thinking, every thought we have is directly connected to the one above it and the one below it. So we're always just one thought away from a negative thought or a positive thought. We're always one thought away from an empowering thought or a disempowering thought. Learn to be grateful and to choose the empowering, the grateful thought. What is negative is always available to us. What is positive is also available, and an equal or greater portion. And as always, live today well.